speaking of B-, we of course have our Patreon pick this week, which was requested by Hunter. Thank you for the request. Or Steve Harvey's Ghost, whatever your fucking name is on Discord. That being the 2019 film, The Peanut Butter Falcon. And if you also want to get your movie in our raffle, just like Steve Harvey's Ghost, go to guapish.com/Patreon on patreon.com/guapish for $1 a month. And maybe we'll watch your movie just like the Peanut Butter Falcons. I'll toss this one over to Tinichi. Do you think you can describe the plot of the Peanut Butter Falcon?
No, I didn't see this. I saw Princess Bride. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. What?
Thanks for having me, as always.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. You made a much better quiz than it would have been with just the three of them.
True.
I'm glad. Invite me back. I love being here.
Okay.
Can I do the plot description? I have a good one.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
We can't trust
Peanut
Tanner.
Butter Falcon. Peanut Butter Falcon is a documentary about what happened to Shia LaBeouf after he was fired from the Transformers franchise.
Okay.
You know, Tanner, that was so much more tame than I was expecting from you.
I was worried I'd have to
mention the
disavow
part
you
we thought
again.
you would.
He's growing as a person.
Yeah, maybe I am.
Maybe there's hope for him yet.
Fun fact. Bruce Dern, the old man in the nursing home, has appeared in films with Dakota Johnson's grandmother, mother, and father.
That's a thinker. I can't tell if it's very fun.
I think it's a little interesting, I guess.
It's a little interesting, I'll give you that much.
Yeah. This apparently was the highest grossing indie film of 2019.
Oh.
Interesting.
Dylan, where'd you put this one?
A-.
Oh, Tanner, how about you?
I'm glad to see that Dylan enjoyed this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I'm giving it an A+.
Oh my
Yes.
God, Jackson?
Yeah, I'm at a C+, pushing maybe B-.
I'm also at a C+.
Jesus. Two wolves!
Two wolves.
Hell yeah.
Golly.
Why'd you guys hate this movie?
Yeah.
It's just kind of fine. I don't know. I wasn't crazy invested in like the Brotherhood arc of, our two down in their luck main characters. I don't know. It just never really clicked with me, I guess. I assume that's largely my biggest, the reason that we are so different in ranks here is that you guys connected a lot more with their story and their arc they had, and I guess maybe the girl being added into it.
I expect I connected a lot with Shia LaBeouf, and Dylan.
Go on, buddy. Say it.
I'm not gonna make that joke. Come on.
I thought it was a cute movie, but like, I don't know. There were some things about the cinematography I wasn't crazy about. It's just kind of fine. I will say this is a meta thing, but like the way Shia acts in this movie is just kind of like how he is. I think I watched the fucking interview of him on Channel 5, and like that's just Shia LaBeouf. Like I'm just watching him. He's not even playing a character. It's just him.
He thinks this is real.
Yeah, everything's real to him.
Yeah, I'm in a
Very
similar boat to Jackson here. This film just felt very saccharine for me. It was just a bit too much feel-good vibes. It wasn't quite enough of really anything to make me properly invested in these characters. It just felt like emotional manipulation for the most part for me. And also, just like a lot of the dialogue felt kind of off and stiff.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's got Down syndrome.
I'm not talking about
Chill
him.
out.
I'm talking about the other characters. Like fucking the fucking girl caretaker, whatever the fuck. Like when she's hanging out with them on the raft, and she's like, "Whoa, is that a fish? That's crazy. How'd you get that?"
I feel like it has to be a problem with the direction because these characters should not be having these problems. But like in like the movie was so fucking awkward before the kid actually like ends up escaping. I call him a kid. I think he's like in his 20s or something.
Yeah, he's like 22,
but,
I think.
Yeah, but he's a kid of mine. But yeah, like in like the old folks home, man, holy shit, everyone is fucking terrible. What is going on? so strange. And also like I don't know, like I think they're trying to do like a bit of like looming threat with the people that were pursuing Shia, but I just never really felt it at any point. Like the most consequences he gets like fucking beat up at the wrestling show, or like gets beat up a couple of times, I think. But I don't know. I just never felt like there was like any crazy consequence for it at the very end of it. Like I don't know. I didn't feel like it needed to be something there in the plot. It was kind of just like he just gets beat up every once in a while throughout the movie, and then like that it doesn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, it felt like they kept like doing little things like that to like try and add some stakes where it's like, what are you talking about? He's gonna go to the fucking terrible care facility where like drug addicts and prostitutes are? What? You're gonna have him in there with a bunch of gangbangers?
Yeah, I will say there is actually, I will give this movie credit, it did almost get me to tear up a little bit just because I thought it was really fucking cute when the pro wrestler he like looked up to so much came fucking ripping in on his car in the costume. I really liked that, and it's like it made his day actually helping him out with that. I thought that was super cute, and I thought that was actually well done. But it's it's like one scene in the entire movie that didn't really connect with me a ton.
Yeah. What you guys are saying is making a lot of sense for why we differ so much. This movie did work on me. It got me to invested in the emotional beats of the story and whatever. I thought I had great performances. I thought it was really heartfelt, personally. And what I find kind of interesting about this film is I found it to be a very pleasant watch, despite the fact that, like, the circumstances of the story itself are fairly bleak, to be honest, but it still had this... I still experienced it as this like kind of, we're going on a little adventure thing, even though it's like on the surface like darker than that, which I thought was interesting. I find it kind of funny in a meta way that it's like this movie kind of turns into like a survival movie, but they're still in civilization technically, which I think is kind of silly.
I thought the movie was pretty real for that, at least, because it's like we don't think about that that side of society, or like even people who live out in the country. It's realistic that he knows how to hunt and to fish and do all these kinds of things, and like especially in the convenience store portion where he's like getting all this shit and like not even gonna lie, I thought he was gonna go in there to steal it so he could have stuff to survive on because I didn't think he had money. And then he's like, okay, how much does this all cost? I was like, okay, he's setting up the bit here, I guess. And then I just thought he was trying to do some shady shit that whole time, and they're like, no, he's literally just trying to get whatever he can with what he has. But yeah, no, I agree with the whole character interactions, like the bonding and the relationships and everything. And I did think it was all very touching. I did tear up at the end. I don't think it was the part where the wrestler guy showed up. I think it was like the portion where they're all in the car driving, like literally at the very end.
Yeah, the very
and
end.
Dude Man's like in the back of the car laying down, and they're accomplishing everything they wanted to do, and the runaway guy wanted to be a family, so now he's got like his quote unquote brother and all that kinds of stuff. But yeah, I mean, as far as the stakes go, I can see that being a problem, I suppose. The only one that I guess doesn't make a ton of sense is when they find them and like burn their raft, and like the kid with Down syndrome comes out of the fucking cabin or whatever, the shack, and like has a shotgun. That's the only one I was kind of like, I feel like that probably would have gone different, knowing like they probably could have had that situation handled. The other ones where he just kind of gets beat up, it's especially at the end there, he's like in a crowd. I'm assuming people probably would have stopped the guys from really doing too much, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, overall, I just thought this was a really touching movie. I liked the bond between our two main characters and just the shenanigans they get themselves into and all the story they go throughout the movie. And I don't necessarily mind that it was slower paced. It's just kind of in a weird way, it was like a slice of life in like a way we were unfamiliar with.
I like that moment when Shia LaBeouf punched that kid.
I mean,
that was pretty epic.
Tanner, do you think you'd be able to get away with punching a kid in South Carolina? That's the same kind of like country-esque area, Teach him a lesson.
Not where I live, probably.
Damn.
Also, like, I'm just gonna be honest, scrappy white guys can get away with a lot more than white guys that look like me. I have a weight to me that kind of gives my actions more moral culpability, let's say.
Yeah, they'll look at you and say, you should have known better.
That's actually what Southerners are like. They know that children are less morally culpable, and that's just turned into them thinking the size of a person is how responsible they are for their actions.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, is that all our thoughts?
I had one other positive I wanted to give the film. I don't remember it anymore, though. So I guess I'll go down the history books as being a hater of this one.
Damn.
I don't even say we were like haters necessarily. It's just it's
Compared to like
a
the
fine movie.
reviews and shit we've seen of this film.
Yeah, you guys are in the vast minority.
I
here.
haven't looked up anything about this movie, to be honest. Like I've seen like the Letterboxd score and like the fucking Rotten Tomatoes is really high, but I haven't seen anybody actually talk about the movie yet.
I did look up some reviews of it. Everyone very much so seems to be in Tanner and Dylan's camp.
It is what it is, you know. Some things work for some people, some things don't work for other people.
True.
I mean, I think the movie's comfy. It's fine. I'm not crazy about it. I'm sticking out my C+, I think.
Okay.
2.
I'll stick at my A+.
A-, baby!
And it lands at a B+ overall into the pile.
Of course.